Hello everyone, I'm Tazy Grant and I'm going to be leading you through a little sequence to warm up your body, get some movement in it, whether that's in the morning, midday, at the end of the day. It's just going to be a short sequence to help you find some fluidity in your body and hopefully make you feel a little more supple, and just is a great thing to do anytime you're feeling a little bit cronky. So let's get started. If you want to take a moment to come down onto your back, we're just going to start by centering ourselves, just taking a big deep breath in through the nose and letting it all out through the mouth. Just taking a moment to bring our mind and body together, coming to the place on our mat, allowing our bodies and minds to connect. And then from here we're just going to start to take our breath in through our nose and out through our nose. I'm going to start by taking our arms wide, bringing our knees up to 90 degrees and then taking them over to the right slowly as we take our gaze over our left arm. Just breathe here into this side stretch, this supine twist. Start to let your back, your shoulders, everything soften into the earth beneath you. Focus on pushing this top hip away from you to create length through your left side body. And just flow with some big deep inhales and big deep exhales. And then slowly bringing your knees, using your tummy back to the center, take your knees over to the left as you take your gaze over to your right. Again, just letting everything soften into the earth beneath you. Big long inhales, big long exhales. On the inhales, everything gets bigger, and on the exhales, everything gets smaller. Again, pushing this top hip towards the bottom of your mat or whatever you're on. Don't feel like you need to be on a mat. You can do this just on the floor, on a towel, anything. And then slowly coming back to center. We're going to take our hands behind our legs as we roll 3 times along the length of the mat. Just really opening up through your spine. Really nice. And then come up to seated. From here we're going to root long through our seat bones, grow long through the crown of our head. So imagine someone's pulling you up with a golden thread from the top of your head, so you're elongating through your spine. It's really important. You don't want to flat back. Our spines are meant to have a natural S-curve in them, so just elongate through the spine. Don't flatten it. And from here we're going to inhale, lift our arms up, take our right hand over to the floor as we take our left hand over the top of our head onto our right ear. And slowly soften that left ear towards your left shoulder. You should feel it down the neck and into the top of the trapezius. Really reach that right hand away from you. Again, remaining long through the body. And then just start to walk the fingers forwards in a semicircle towards the knee, and then start to walk the fingers back. Walking them forwards, just notice any tight bits, taking the gaze down to your left knee. Notice how that changes the position of the stretch. Maybe continue to walk the hand forwards and back. And then slowly releasing up to center, we take the left hand down, lift both arms up, reaching long through our fingertips. Take the right hand over the top of the head, this time onto the left ear, and soften the right ear down towards the right shoulder as you reach that left hand away from you. Again, just moving the left hand slowly forwards and moving it slowly backwards. Breathing as you go. Big full inhales. Big full exhales. And then take the gaze down to the right knee. Notice how the position of the stretch changes in your body. Notice how it differs from each side. And then if you find a juicy spot, just pause on that juicy spot. And then slowly releasing the head back to center, we inhale, lift our arms long, interlace our hands, take them to the rounded part of our skull, elbows facing forwards, and slowly soften our chin towards our chest. Rounding through the top part of our spine. Not pulling on your head, just allowing gravity to do its thing. Slowly softening into that neck stretch. And then slowly coming back up to center, releasing the hands down. We're going to take our left hand over our right knee as we grow long through the spine. Take our right hand behind us, and I want you to focus on moving through the top part of your body, so through your thoracic spine, so your belly button is coming away from the center line. Inhale here, exhale, find a little more mobility through the spine. Inhale again, exhale, take it a little deeper. And then slowly coming back to center, taking the right hand over the left knee, the left hand comes behind you. Again, inhale, find length, exhale, slowly soften. Again, taking the belly button away from the midline. You don't want to just be cranking your neck, you want to be moving through this upper body. It's a really important part of our bodies to keep mobile. Breathing here, inhale to find length through the spine, exhale, find a slightly deeper twist. And then coming back to center, we're going to roll over onto our knees and our hands into all fours, spreading our hands wide, pushing into the earth. Really important, shoulders underneath your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, squeeze your bum. Now I want you to focus on pushing into the mat. I don't want you to be puffing up, and I don't want you to be dropping between your shoulders. So you're just finding that neutral, but you're really pushing through the mid-knuckles of your hand. Engage through the core, squeeze your glutes. And we're just going to start by rocking our pelvis forwards and backwards. See if you can find that movement in your pelvis. So rock forwards, tilting it forwards and then tucking. And then tilting forwards and then tucking. And then from here we're going to tilt forwards, lifting our tailbone to the sky as we start to lower our belly, drawing our chest forwards into cow. Drawing the neck back in space, squeezing the bum, drawing the shoulder blades back. Thoracic spine is coming forward, so our chest is coming forwards. We're not just drawing our shoulder blade, our scapula back. So we're moving through this thoracic spine. And then we're going to exhale, start to roll the vertebrae from the base of the spine, tucking it, our tailbone, and bringing our chin towards our chest. Pushing through our hands, creating as much space as possible between our mat and our belly button. And then from the base of the spine we start again, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling through our spine, coming into cow. Opening through the collarbones, squeezing our glutes, thoracic spine, moving forwards. And then exhale, start from the base of the spine, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, up through our back, tucking our tailbone, pushing into our hands, creating as much space as possible between the mat and our belly button. Last time, starting from the base of the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, we roll through our spine, creating space. Tailbone lifting to the sky, belly button lowering. We're arching through our backs, opening through the collarbones, thoracic spine moving forwards, and then exhale, starting from the base of the spine as we start to round into cat, pushing the earth away, tucking the chin towards the chest, pushing our belly button towards our spine, creating as much space as possible, and then we come back to neutral. From here we're going to inhale, engage our core, squeeze our bum, lift our left hand to the sky, keeping our hips facing forward, so we're opening again through that thoracic spine. Thread the left hand behind the right arm, reach it as far away as it'll go. Take the right hand out in front if that's comfortable. If that's not comfortable, just leave it by the face. But just really reach that left hand as far away as possible. Squeeze the bum. Push through the back side of the left hand into the floor. And if your arm's out in front of you, you can push into those right fingertips. Engaging through your body. Breathing here. And then slowly drawing the right hand back to frame the face as we unfurl, lifting the left arm back to the sky again, and then bringing the left hand back down by our other hand. We inhale, lift the right arm, opening through our chest, keeping our hips facing forwards. I don't want you to see this, so hips forwards, bum engaged, core engaged, and then exhale, thread the right hand behind the left as we reach that right hand as far away as it'll go. Squeeze the bum, push the back of the right hand into the mat. If it feels good for you, take that left arm out in front, push into those raised fingertips, feeling that stretch across your back, across your shoulders, pushing the back of the right hand into the floor. Breathing here, slowly drawing the left hand back to frame the face as we unfurl, lifting the right arm to the sky and bringing it back down to frame our other hand. And then from here we're going to push, tuck our toes, push up and back into a downward facing dog. So here I want you to just pedal out your feet. Could be the first one that you're doing today, so you might just feel a little stiff. Do whatever movement feels good for you, so maybe take it side to side. And then just find a moment of stillness. If you're tight in your hamstrings, take a bend in your knees. The aim is to get your hips reaching up towards the sky, so your tailbone reaching towards the sky. Make sure you're pushing through your hands and feet equally. I don't want you dipping in your shoulder joints, so you're really creating a strong line of energy from your hands through your body to your feet. And then from here we're just going to slowly walk our feet towards our hands, bringing them in between our hands, softening our knees, taking each elbow and softening our chest towards our thighs, spreading your toes wide, pushing them into the earth, squeezing the bum, and then just slowly take a sway from left to right, releasing through the body. Notice how this changes on your balance as you move from left to right. And then slowly coming back to stillness, releasing the hands and slowly rolling up your thighs, coming up to standing. I don't know if you can see me on the video, hopefully you can. From standing, we're going to inhale, lift our arms, take the right hand. I might just come down on my knees, so do this while standing. Taking the left wrist with the right hand, you're going to reach up and over. Imagine that you've got a beach ball that you're reaching up and over on this side of your body. Breathing here. Really push into that left side body. Feel that stretch down the left side. And then slowly come back to center. Take the right hand, again you're still standing. Reach it up and over. Imaginary beach ball on the left side this time. And just push those right hips and right side body away from you. Make sure everything else is engaged. You should really feel this down the right side body. It's not just an easy stretch. And then slowly come back up to center. And then we're going to release our hands, interlace them behind our back, and open through the chest. Exhale, slowly fold forwards, and let the arms push into the hands. So pushing the shoulder blades towards each other as we push our hands to the sky. Just breathing here, really nice stretch. Again, make sure your bum's engaged, your glutes are switched on. You're squeezing your bum, your feet are spread, toes are spread wide, rooting into the earth. And then slowly release the bind. Again, roll up, tracing your thighs. And then coming down to the mat. You can then, if you've got a moment, take a moment just to lie in Shavasana, letting everything, so you just come down onto your back, take your feet wide, palms up to the sky, or resting on your belly. And if you've got the time, just take a moment to let everything just melt into the mat beneath you, and to let that little bit of movement that you've just brought into your body, hopefully bringing a little warmth with it, start to just nourish your body. And then when you're ready, reaching your arms long, drawing your knees then into your chest, squeezing everything tightly, rolling over onto one side and slowly pushing up to seated. Taking a moment to root long through the spine. Just going to bring our hands together at heart center, taking our head towards our fingertips, closing down our eyes and just taking one big deep breath all together, in through the nose, and letting it out all together with a big audible sigh. Taking a moment to thank yourself for turning up on the mat, to give your mind and body a little bit of space just to move, breathe and be. Turning the corners of your lips into a smile, lifting your head and opening your eyes. Thank you all for practicing with me.